So thank you for joining me here at robbiestrike.com, the Ottawa Octane channel. I got OBS going here. Figuring out doing a live show with streaming. And I want to give a big thanks to the people over at Thor Broadcast. And this is an endorsement. They sent me this product to review, which I'm using this camera right now. For this 4K HDMI USB-E PTZ compact camera, the Maximus Fly. I used the other camera last time I streamed, and I've done a video that I've posted up on YouTube about it. It's a good streaming conferencing camera. You can pick up one of these at Thor Broadcast. They have a HDMI output and a USB input. Here, and I'll throw a link to this product here in the chat room here. So that was. Here, let me go over to the transition here. We'll do just fade me in here. So hi, it's Robbie Strike doing a live stream. I'm gonna bring this window over here and go into the chat room. I do believe we have a few people in today. Great to see that. We also have a Discord going on today where I'll give it a try. We'll try it out. If you want to talk to me through Discord, we'll try that option. I've also set up some other options. Actually, if you have me on Facebook, my public Facebook account, you can find me there, and you can try to call me through that. Although you can't video call. You have to audio call me through that, if that will work. I don't know. Maybe it won't work on this setup while I'm live streaming. That happens sometimes. But if you want me to answer your questions in the chat room, I'm very happy to do that. I'm just going to go through a few announcements to kick off the show for satellite news. Oh, yeah. And I want to explain one thing. I have pretty bad allergies. It is the fall here in Canada, and I've been outside for a bit this morning, and I was outside changing my tires, putting snow tires on, and being outside for me is not my best. Outside is not my best friend all the time. So my allergies. So I feel very dopey today. It's my head. It's my sinuses, and it just feels very. I don't get like runny nose or watery eyes. I just get like almost like a drowsiness from the allergies. So that's how I'm coping with that today. So I might answer a question and I might say something wrong. So I apologize if I do that. It's just one of the things I live with at these times of the year. This time of the year here in Canada. So the stream health dropped. Whoa, cool. Hey, we'll give it a try anyway. I just missed streaming and chatting about satellite stuff and media stuff and all the good stuff. So I'm going to move OBS back over here. Oh yeah, I can have the chat room kind of in the background. And so there I am on Facebook. You can friend me there. I sent out a little link there. Friend this account. I have may see a private account, but I don't. If I don't know you on my private account, I'm not gonna have you on there. It's just a matter of keeping my my personal life and family separate from my online work. So a little bit of satellite news. I'm just pulling this off tvrosat.com's website. Apparently, Rainier Satellite, which is a subscription service, but it's like a really, you gotta spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars for their receivers to use it. You can check them out, but I'd go with Orbi TV or just strictly free to air. I think some people in the community are a little upset because they advertise the free to air channels as their subscription channels. I think they did that in the past. I'm not sure how the website looks right now, but anyway, it looks like there's a channel called Newsmax, which is a conservative news channel that is available. I'm not sure exactly where it's available. They're offering it with their service. Be a channel that, because it's available, I can stream Newsmax and American online news and news channels like that over the internet. Basically, they're on YouTube, they're on Facebook, they're everywhere. But they're also, I can see with all these news channels going on the internet, also being on free to air, especially if they want to get that audience and they're reaching out to maybe a sub channel for broadcast. So you can find me on YouTube. If you want to do a search for something free to air satellite related, I do highly recommend the Robbie Strike. And then what you're searching for, because I've done a lot of videos. I've done 323 videos. Not all of them are about satellite, but about technology, things. And I also want to give an announcement, a shout out to our great friend of my channel is Brandon over at Bible WP. He's been very ill recently. He's been in the hospital. He may have sent some of you guys here. He joins the chat room at times, and he's getting over a bad illness. I think he's on the mend. I have been praying for my friend that he will recover. Anyway, Brandon runs this ministry, BibleWP.com. He has a Facebook page, and if you are feeling generous, I would just ask you, maybe you can send on his YouTube page. He has a PayPal donate. If you want to send him a couple bucks to help him out with his hard time right now on being on the mend of his illness, being in the hospital during this COVID time. It's not COVID, but just sucks being sick around this time and having a rough condition that he's going through. So my thoughts and prayers are to Brandon, who runs Brandon Voss, who runs Bible WP. He does the fish tank stuff online. So thoughts and prayers go out to Brandon. Other announcements. Eric, I posted this up on the thing there over at Farpoint Farms. He's doing a giveaway. So if you want to have a little radio station, you can do that. He's doing a giveaway. He just basically wants you to comment. I don't know if Eric's in today. I know he's a busy guy, and on the weekends be doing something on the farm, but maybe you might catch the replay. So he's doing a giveaway, and I really enjoyed. If you catch this later, Eric, I really enjoyed the Midnight Cafe stream that you did. If I had like a satellite channel, a satellite TV channel, I think this would be like a great show to air late at night. which we maybe we should talk about starting a crowdfunding project to have like a free to air channel on Galaxy 19 for cool stuff. And there's my camera again. So I just had my announcements there on these tabs on the browser. So I just want to go through all that. Wanted to go through all that. I'm just going to move that over to the other side of my window here. Get OBS back up and going, and switch back to my camera. And let's take a look at the chat room. Actually, maybe I should just do a quick proof of the chat room before I before I cut to it. No one's writing anything that are not words that are. Whoa! Camera went away. There we go. Just no words that are not in the King James Bible, please. Although I guess there's a few words in the King James Bible that people would be surprised that they're in there. Here, just get my screen all. So, hey Patrick, how's it going? He's in the chat room today. I'll be joining Discord. I do have Discord up and going here. Actually, I'm going to throw Discord over in my screen capture window here. I'll show you guys what's going on there. Discord is a Caleb Squirrels. Hopefully I read that right. I'm like squinting at my screen here, which I discovered having a camera right here sometimes can make my light just make my face like really pasty white because I got these lights. So what I've done to try to mend that a little bit is I put everything in dark mode. So like I got my web browser in like a dark mode. I got a little plugin that goes in Firefox that does dark mode, and I'm really enjoying the dark mode. Like I'm surfing the internet in dark mode, and it's just easier on the eyes. Yeah, sense of smell. Yeah, I still have sense of smell. That hasn't gone away, Patrick. Fellow Canadian over on the east side, over in Quebec. Pedro, is 5G taking over CBN? No, it's not. So there is a repack that's happening with the FCC, sort of thing that has happened with the over-the-air repack. So they're putting C-band spectrum, like the channels that are broadcasting the transponders that were traditionally for the last 40 years of C-band broadcast, and now the cell phone companies, which are kind of bullies. I mean, they're just greedy bullies, greedy for more air spectrum. And anyway, so for terrestrial 5G towers that they're putting around in urban areas in the United States, they want to relocate all that stuff and So that'll be interesting. What I hope would come out of that is more KU band channels, because I think what really kills the hobby is not everyone wants to put a 10-foot satellite dish in their backyard, but some people would be willing to be putting up a 36-inch KU band, 3-foot KU band dish. Now you can't get as many channels on KU band, but you get some. You get some decent, worthwhile stuff. I mean, I have a C-band dish and a KU band dish, and with the news channels, because I'm really into news, I'm following what's going on in the U.S. elections, even though I'm in Canada. So I'm, really following what's going on with that stuff. And so I'm a bit of a news junkie myself. So for KU band, there's lots of news channels. I would say with C-band, it's great for like 101 West, if you like old retro TV channels and you don't get all the diginets, all the digital sub channels. And I also have a good TV antenna, which gets me some channels. Like I can get PBS on the satellite dish, but I usually I'm just watching off the antenna, because it's just go to channel 16 and then all the sub channels. Kingpin, how's it going? Jonathan Lima, how's it going from all the way from Brazil, which is a different. Oh, the globe went. Oh, I got the globe over here. So, Robbie Strike's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in. Okay. So Brazil, the jiu-jitsu country. That's what I know Brazil for. So yeah, when we got the geostationary satellites, quarter of the way to the moon. Yeah, full. My finger is geostationary satellite. We'll say this is not scale at all. And yeah, so it gets that whole footprint here. And then people always ask me, why can't I get it in? Usually here, where free to air is super popular, way more popular in the U.S. is Nigeria or something like that. Can I get Galaxy 19 Nigeria? The answer is no. The world's round, and you're on the other side. Whoops. So, okay, sorry, I went on a tangent here. Yeah, okay. Are you, Bob asks, are you running Mint 20? Any problems? I'm using Mint 18. I don't like the update. I don't like the change. I'm still using Mint 18 because Kdenlive, which is the video editor, I just love using Kdenlive. There's nothing wrong with it. And then they fixed the render options and in the newer versions of Linux with the repositories. So I'm using like what I used in 2018 and 2020. And I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with, like, at this time I don't want to upgrade. I want to be able to, I don't have the Linux knowledge to, like, take an image, an app image file, and take, like, the old Kdenlive and copy that and put it in every new version of Linux comes up. I mean, if I did the research and spent the time, I'd figure it out, of course, but it's something that just takes time. And, yeah, I wish I had friends, like, that I can call up and talk to. Hey, I would know how to do this. Everything's by text. And it sends me down a rabbit hole of research to figure some things out. Okay, so back to the comments here. G5 is happening all over the world. Or 5G, I guess. Yeah, Peter. Joe... don't know what language that is. Yeah, AT&T and a lot of big corporate companies own the satellite companies, so they're rebranding. So they're the ones paying for, like, there's new C-band. You hear all this stuff about 5G, and why are they launching 5G satellites still in orbit? So yeah. CRT0 says the Earth is flat, and I'd like to hear the explanation of how satellites work. if the Earth is flat. Titled as yours here. Jonathan Lima antennas. Yeah, and I'm in Canada, so like see if you're in the U.S. and you're a good spot in the U.S., you get you get hundreds, not hundreds, but you get like close to 100 channels if you're in a good market for over-the-air TV with ATSC. And with things going with ATSC 3, which is slow, like people, I think a lot of people are panicked. Oh, I gotta get new everything, new tuner, new TVs. I think with ATSC 3, it's going to be a transitional thing. It's not mandated as fast, so I think there's still going to be ATSC 1 broadcast for a while, and then you might have a TV station on the other side of town that has ATSC 3, so it's going to be kind of a bit of a, you'll need a tuner that can pick up both for a while. Jonathan Lehman, that was in Portuguese. Okay. Patrick says he has limited knowledge of his Linux distros. Yeah, and they managed to do an image and recover it on a solid state drive. Yeah. I'm using the most basic version of Linux. Linux Mint, I would say it is the most user-friendly. I'd say it's more user-friendly than Windows. I have Windows on this computer, and I can boot it into Windows. But, I mean, well, the big thing was for my software-defined radio stuff, it worked out of the box easier in Linux. Like, there's just things that are easier in Linux now compared to years ago when it was harder to do stuff in Linux. So, yeah, I haven't gone into Windows as much. I do have it on my computer, and I think what I need, because everything I get, I want to install Linux on it. And then on my laptop and in my desktop, I'm using Linux so much, so I don't even want to go into Windows because I don't want it to mess up my system. I don't want to mess up my Linux partition. So I haven't even gone into Windows because I'm afraid it's going to mess up my partition. I'd have to back up all my files onto a separate hard drive. I'm going to put the world down here. Okay. You'd wonder sometimes with these large corporate companies where they just want the profit margins, they're not looking at other things. What I'd like to do is, how much does it cost to have a free-to-air channel? Like, how much would it be to have a channel on Galaxy 19 and have, like, tech stuff, like 24/7? I think that would be great. Maybe we should do a crowdfunding. If there's anyone out here watching who thinks that would be a good idea. Something that's not necessarily religious channel, but like an access TV channel where you can give a platform to other shows and stuff if they want to pay a certain amount, and then either have advertising dollars in with that time that they bought. There's nothing really like that on satellite. There's no access channels. There's no channels where you say you can buy a time slot and have your show on those time slots. I believe some of the religious broadcasters do have that, but I think it's all geared for the religious broadcasts. Anyway, I just what beeped here? Okay, and scrolling. There we go. Hey guys, so I'll show you my Discord group here. So I got Discord up here running on the other page, and you can call in and talk to me through that if you want to. And I'll bring my audio up. I haven't tried this yet. I think someone's on Facebook with me. I hear my messenger going off here. I'm gonna close to this guy here. There we go. Hey, I want to try something here. I've seen other YouTube channels do this. Pin message, put user in time. Pin message? No. How do you get it so that it pops up on the screen? Maybe I have to do that in OBS. Oh, I thought there'd be an option here when I had the chat room going. Let's cut back to OBS. Hey Conrad, how's it going? Ken says, my wife cannot wait for me to get in the car. Okay, whatever that's about. So Caleb, squirrels, the squires? Small text here, sorry. The FCC is ruling that all AM radio stations on October 27th. I wonder how that will work. Yeah, I don't know. I imagine with digital takes so little spectrum, and with audio it takes a very little spectrum. So I'd imagine you could have digital and analog. That's what they've done here in Canada, and I think part of the digital transition. I've done a video on this where I looked at the ATSC signal, and the amount of spectrum that ATSC uses is less than the FM audio spectrum. Jonathan Lima says, I have an SDRv3. I agree. It's way easier on Linux. Oh, is SDR? Yes. Yeah, I just find I use GQRX, but I don't know how. It is a little bit of rocket surgery to install the plugins, like for being able to listen to digital mode radio stuff. Like two-way radios are all digital now, or not all, but a lot of them are. I know people can get that working on Sharp. SDR Sharp in Windows, but GQRX, I think I've seen videos where people have done it, but then it's rocket surgery to get beyond me to figure out. I like looked at it for about an hour, got lost, and yeah. Patrick says, if CBC stop over the air, our taxes will be better use for slew of Canadian channels, CKU band. Yeah, but I think the people are running CBC that they have no idea. Like, they shut down the analog repeaters, and it's just been so, like, it's a money pit of management there. Like, any kind of government bureaucracy is just, oh. But even corporate stuff, they have, like, big bureaucracies there, and it just doesn't seem that anything's getting done. 3S. I wonder. Oh, he's asking, Jonathan, you're asking about 3WABS3. I'm not sure if I can get that. I can't really get any KU band satellites. It could be the trees, too. It could be because I'm not high enough up. Maybe I need to be higher up in the horizon, because I can get, like, what is it, 40-something west? 40-something west. One of the KU band, there's KU band transponders on there. Anything, was it east of that, on my eastern part of the horizon, I can't get. I can get basically to 133 west on C-band. I don't think there's any KU band transponders on that one. I think the furthest KU band transponders I've been picking up would be 125 west, which has the PBS channels. Ken got a HughesNet dish. I guess, are you going to get satellite internet with that? You might have, but HughesNet, you have to pay for them. That's the thing about that. I know Tyler's quite busy, Justin. Maybe sometime that would be very good. Good to do if Tyler wanted to do a live stream. I haven't contacted him about that, just because sometimes when I do this, I made the decision to do this live stream today a few hours before doing the live stream, because I typically like doing them on Saturday, but I wasn't able to do one until earlier this morning when my plans got changed. So I said, I'm going to do a live stream today. My little girl is napping right now. That's why I do 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's my daughter's nap time. I scrolled here. Here, I'll undo that. Once analog goes digital, yeah, I don't know. I guess if analog goes digital, if I can't get the nighttime skip, I'll just have to listen to it online. Get a KU band satellite radio for Galaxy 19. There's several talk radio stations at night you can listen to, which I think might have some of the. I don't think it has the Clear Channel stuff though. I think the Clear Channel programming would be on C-band somewhere. No one's ever told me. It's somewhere on C-band. No one's ever told me where it is because I'm not up late to check that out. But it's always when we're talking about Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie. What I found where I work, we have two-way radios, and when we're between buildings, because they're digital, they don't work very well compared to analog. But analog, you get static anyway. So I found with digital two-way radios that I've used where I've worked, they're not very good. A lot of times you can't hear it. It's like, can you send me a text of what you just said? Yeah, I imagine the analog signal would travel far. If it's going across the Great Lakes, I get stuff from the other side, from like Syracuse, New York, and it just comes across the Great Lakes, and it's not too bad. I have a few videos that I have where I've had some mornings where everything was DXing over the air, really good, and I was getting Toronto stations, which I don't normally get in Kingston, just because the hilly area doesn't work as well. I was going to do a video about it, but then I haven't put that together in a video. Ken says, I'm going to try my HughesNet with KU-band. Go for it. Can't help you there, though. I had a HughesNet dish, and I just scrapped it. Get a good dish. If you're a scientist or an engineer and know how to mount it, go for it. The LMB is a different type of LMB and all that kind of stuff on those. I think they're KA LMB, and there's no KA band free air that I know of. CRT0 says digital switchover kind of killed over the air TV here. I wonder why that is, though. Like, for one thing, a lot of people didn't know about getting a converter box for the digital over the air TV, so they thought, well, or they didn't bother. There was confusion. There was here in Canada, there was misinformation. I wouldn't say that the actual providers put out misinformation, but I heard stories of the salespeople saying some misinformational stuff to confuse people. They said that over the air is going to be all shut down, and that didn't happen. So I don't know what exactly happened in that. Someone's on Facebook, but I'm doing a live stream right now. Mm-hmm. Still edit MC with Microsoft Windows, Patrick. Okay. Mm-hmm. And where are we at for time? We're at the halfway point. Yeah. All right. And I drank a huge thing of tea. So I'm going to take a quick break. Has anyone joined me in the Discord? Trevor Warren's there. Hey, how's it going? And oh yeah, I had my Facebook beeping away here. Oh, just leave that off. So, okay. So, OBS cluster. So, just trying to, there we go. Oh, somebody's in there, but I'm going to take a break. You get your audio set up. I'm just going to be right back after this break.
Okay.
Please check out freesatellitetv.net. And also check out the new shop where you can order free satellite TV, LMBs, receivers, and dishes, all sorts of things for your free-to-air needs over at the freesatellitetv.net shop. If you want to watch a streaming service and you're in a country like Canada, certain programs are region blocked so you can't get it, you can use ExpressVPN if you have a cell phone. So if you use public Wi-Fi, you tell it which area you want to connect to in New York City, connect. So if you're using public Wi-Fi at Walmart, a restaurant, you really should be using a VPN. It will protect your private data, and also it saves you a lot of money. It's a fraction of the cost of what a cell phone data plan is these days. Please check out freesatellitetv.net. And also check out the new shop where you can order free satellite TV, LMBs, receivers, and dishes, all sorts of things for your free-to-air needs over at the freesatellitetv.net shop. If you want to watch a streaming service and you're in a country like Canada, certain programs are region blocked so you can't get it, you can use ExpressVPN if you have a cell phone. So if you use public Wi-Fi, you tell it which area you want to connect to in New York City, connect. So if you're using public Wi-Fi at Walmart, a restaurant. My mic is up. All right. I'll bring my desktop audio so they can hear you on the air. And we have, is it Trevor Warren?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Okay, well, you distort. I'm going to wear headphones here so we don't have feedback from the speakers going to the desktop audio. Okay. So, Trevor, are you are you from Sault Ste. Marie?
Well, no, I do know who you're mentioning, though. He's my friend.
Yeah.
Group Galaxy? Yeah.
Yeah, Group Galaxy Gaming, yeah. Oh, gosh. Name's drawing a blank here.
Anthony.
Anthony, yes. Anthony and the Sioux, yeah. So,
I'm actually in Newfoundland.
Oh, yeah. That's where you're at right now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, can you guys hear Trevor calling in on the through the audio? Let me know, and if you can hear me, if there's no feedbacks. I've never done this before, so.
I think everybody can hear me fine. I got your audio turned down on the TV, so.
Yeah, it might be different on Discord, that's for sure. Discord would have like a different audio. Yeah, if you have it down on the TV. Now, I know with Discord, my audio will cut it, like it's set to auto voice activate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, do you have a free-to-air setup, Trevor?
I mean, after messing with it over time, like I made a homemade tripod with a shot of rec dish.
Right.
And I never could get anything because at my old place I was actually down in a well. I'm not like down low, so and there was where I needed a space to get the free to air stuff.
Right.
There was a big building there, unfortunately.
Oh yes, the big buildings can always be problematic.
And then here, or at my old place before we moved here, I've tried, but I never really did get anything. I guess I'm just not doing something right, or it's just my receiver.
Oh yes, what receiver are you using?
FreeSat V8.
FreeSat V8. That sounds like one of those Amazon specials.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And Amazon has like the thing with the free-to-air hobby. It's exploded in the third world because they make them so economically, like they're very low cost. I think that's one thing that happens in a lot of third world countries is for soccer. The big thing is soccer games, is they in the poorest of the poor countries, they'll have like people over for soccer games, and they'll charge a mission and stuff. And anyway, then people are just seeing this as a business, and they are buying more and more of these free-to-air receivers in this part of the world. It's kind of interesting how that's happening. We do have an echo, eh? Is it echo coming off of my headphones? I could bring my audio down.
Well, I got headphones on too, so it's not coming from me.
Although, let's double check here. I do have my audio muted in the chat room. I have no way of checking it except bringing the audio up, which causes a feedback issue if I go to the preview on YouTube.
Well, I got headphones on too, so it's not coming from me.
Although,
hello.
Let's double check here.
Testing.
I do have my audio muted in the. So that's how delayed it is on YouTube. If you go through YouTube with that.
Yeah, there's like a 50-second delay or something, isn't there? Me and my I don't want to. Obviously, I don't want to shut out our channel, but me and my fiance stream as well.
Oh yeah. Well,
on YouTube, but
you can give it a shout out. Go for it.
I don't think
oh.
your client would be too.
Okay.
Would be too interested in. I mean, all we do is usually play video games. So.
Oh yeah, gaming. Actually, I'm looking at doing Twitch right now. I've done Twitch a few, just to like do some. I'm just playing around with Twitch a little bit, like just playing videos and stuff. And so I've been doing that kind of throughout the week a little bit. Maybe at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I'll be on Twitch and I'll just. No one's really joined me on Twitch. I put the link out for Twitch, but it's just something I'm playing around with for live streaming. I wish I could figure out. And there's a way of doing it, I just haven't figured it out yet, is to stream on YouTube and Facebook and on Twitch and
actually,
DLive.
Something called Restream. What you do, you hook up, you put all your platforms you want to stream on the free version. You can stream up to 5 platforms. You put your platforms you want on that, and then you take the stream key from Restream and then put it in your OBS.
Restream, eh?
Yep.
No, I'll give that. I'll check that one out. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you mind it adds a bit more delay, of course, because we're streaming to another platform and then repeating from that platform to the rest of it.
Right.
So, right.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
We do that all the time. We stream to YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Steam.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of streams. I think I would, if I did do that, I'd probably just follow the chat room here on YouTube. It'd be like following multiple chat rooms all at once would be a little hard to follow.
Okay.
Yeah. His echo would probably be my headphones are. I tried to turn the volume down, Conrad. So, but you probably hear him, the audio out of this going through him, through that mic. Can't hear. So hopefully it's working okay. I've turned turned Trevor's audio down a bit. I just found it was in the red and yellow here on OBS. I can show you guys on the screen here. Here's what I'm doing in OBS right now. I love OBS. This is a great program, especially with these webcams and all that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So here's my OBS working in right now, and it's. So I got your audio because I found it was really loud. I don't know, but maybe if you guys need me to turn him up a bit, I can bring up his audio.
Yeah, I don't understand why. It's a brand new laptop, and I just hooked up my headset and my wired headset, and for some reason, it's not. Windows is not changing to it. Yes, I know I'm using Windows.
Oh well, yeah. You can always improve. You can always improve that.
Brand new laptop. I got it 3 days ago, and I think 20H2 Windows 10 screwed up the drivers.
Oh yeah. With my other laptop, I updated Windows like when I first bought it, and then it took like most of the day or the afternoon when I first loaded on. It was doing updates the whole time, so I didn't even get to use the laptop right when buying it because I was doing all these updates for hours. And I was like, well, I just want to install Linux on this thing, really. But I didn't play around with Windows 10 at that point, so I wanted to try it out for a bit and install some programs. And hopefully, see, my experience with Windows is whenever I installed free programs, I got a virus on it. With Linux, you just go to the software repository. I've never had a virus in Linux. Yeah. Or I've had malware, which you get off of in Firefox. Basically, it's like a tracking software. You know, it will identify itself as malware, and I just do clam AV, do a scan, and then just delete it because I don't want anything like that on my computer.
I've played with Linux in the past, but I mean, I don't really use it as my main operating system. Like, I don't have a dual booter right now.
Mm-hmm.
But when I usually use it, I use Xubuntu. I think it was 1204, and that's the last time I really use it. But I did mess with it the other day on a virtual machine.
Oh yes, yeah. I haven't played around with virtual machines too much. I'd like to because that's probably how I'd want to run Windows, is run Windows in virtual machine here in Linux, which would be fun.
See, the way I look at it is what you should do is just get a second SSD or a second hard drive and put it in your computer instead of partitioning your drive, and it just install Windows to it. That's what I would do.
Yeah, what I did like back in like 10 years ago when I was still running a desktop is, and hard drives were still not before the types of hard drives they had before SATA, where the power switch. So I had a power switch that would switch the power on between two different hard drives, and so all I would do is switch one on for Windows and the other one for Linux. And it was able to give me the best of both worlds. I didn't know about dual booting at that time. At that time, dual booting didn't have the problems that it has now with Microsoft messing up your system. So if you do dual boot, Microsoft can if you do an update in Microsoft, it can mess up your partitions, and that's why a lot of people are not wanting to do dual booting anymore. Even though Microsoft is campaigning that they love Linux now, you know.
Yeah, they got what's it called? They got a Linux back-end add-on for Windows 10 now.
Yes. Sure. Yeah, it's changing times, I guess, because back years ago it was a different story.
Yeah. But I would like to use Linux, but I play so many games, and I know a lot of games are coming to Linux now.
Oh yeah.
Not some like I play, like GTA 5, for example, and Call of Duty are not coming to Linux yet.
Yeah, so. Yeah. It'd be nice when they will. Now, see, I retro game, so I can play Sega Genesis, I can play Super Nintendo, NES, Atari. You know, everything I can play on this system. I think I have the best controller ever made right here. I'll pull it out. Well, I got this controller, just the generic PlayStation controller, which is a pretty good controller. But I also have, I bought it off like one of the retro places, is I got the Sega Genesis USB controller. And that's great for playing some of the retro games. And I have a Raspberry Pi that is really good for running retro games on. I dropped a thumbtack down here on the floor. I just don't want to step on it.
Finally, it came up on YouTube. Oh yeah, that's nice. Don't choose to drive at BIOS level. Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's different things with BIOSes, and I don't know. I forget what I do. I get it working, and then I forget what I did to get it to work. It's like, okay, great. Sometimes I do a video on it, which is actually helpful, because sometimes when I do a video on it, I can use that as my reference to how I've set things up.
That is right, Jonathan. UFI did make it a bit easier. That's for sure. Sorry, I'm reading your comments.
Oh, go ahead. I'm yeah, I'm trying to. I got the whole chat room here. I think I've gotten up to the bottom here. Yeah, but I'm enjoying live streaming. I always think that I'm always playing around with this idea of it'd be fun to have a TV channel and then have the legitimacy of it being broadcast on satellite, but also have it so that you can see it streaming, because I think streaming is definitely the place to be, because not everyone can put up a satellite dish, but it'd be good to also have it on satellite, simulcast it. Because
that would be.
You could have it. I'm not sure. I'm hoping that the price comes down, because what's going to happen is, with Starlink being the game changer, you're going to be able to have remote TV ENG trucks, and will they just use Starlink as their satellite uplink to stream their feeds, their feeds to wherever their news event is, because that's the one big thing with KU band satellite. It's used in news trucks, so you can watch all the news feeds on 87 West is a big hotspot for watching live news feeds. 99 West has a lot of news feeds, and 91 West has a lot of news feeds. So you kind of just do a blind scan on your receiver, and then sometime you'll see the reporter, or you'll see like a live event that's going on. I've been watching the president and his rallies. Like, he's on 87 West whenever he does his rallies. Like, it's you can watch that. The other, and he gets a lot more people than what the media wants to see. And then they have Biden, and he doesn't even get, he just has these small crowds, But that just goes into what the news is doing and reporting, and what they tell us and what they tell us and what they don't tell us. And sometimes you can see a little bit of behind the scenes when you watch the satellite feeds.
Yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, here at my new place, because we recently moved, most of the satellite dishes are in to face up is where my path is not in facing the right way for the satellite, and if I do face it the right way, there's a big fence in the way.
Oh, okay. So you pretty much need, in doing that, you need to be able to be back further enough, or you need to be higher. Yeah, you either need to be back further enough or higher. And that's usually satellite is, there's ways to work around it, but if your property can't, like even trees, if you can get further enough back from large trees to a clear view of the sky, you can get, but not everyone has like property where it's
and you also got to remember here in Newfoundland that especially the shaw dishes, you got to basically face it down towards the ground almost.
Yes, because you're so high up north, and it's going all the way to 107 West, which is even, which like here in Ontario, like they look like they're really western-facing satellite dishes compared, like for this part of the world.
Where Anthony is, he basically needs. It's not straight up, but it's pretty darn close to facing straight up where he is. I'm sure he told me that he asked you about a couple channels that he was picking up, and you said it was Orbi TV, I believe you were thinking?
Yeah, Orbi TV uses a dish very similar to what Shaw Direct uses here in Canada.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit bigger. They have a tutorial on how to set up the dish. It's kind of funny. They show one of the GT Media satellite finders in their official video that they have on their YouTube channel. But I don't find, even with Orbi TV, their YouTube channel doesn't get a whole lot of views. I think my video I did on Orbi TV got more views. A lot more views.
That he mentioned to you because I was on call with him one night and we were picking up almost like it was a preview channel, and he was using a Shaw Direct dish, and you said it was Orbi. You said you thought it was Orbi TV.
Oh, I think he might have had it on 103 West. He sent me a picture of it one time. Yeah. And there was a channel. I'm sad that it's gone now. There was this music video channel where they were playing music videos from the 80s. And it was like, Michael Jackson music videos and stuff like that. And I think they switched it just to a preview channel now, which is just like movie trailer stuff.
Yeah. I find it funny that his $30 Wish receiver works better than my $80 G Media FreeSat receiver. Because it might be his location too, because where he's, you know what I mean? So
yeah, it could be the dish too. I think a big thing is the satellite dish that you're using.
Well, here's the thing: his Shaw dish is a 65 centimeter dish, and my Shaw dish is a 75 centimeter dish.
Yes, so that's why. Yeah, Shaw does have like larger dishes for different regions of the country. So if you're in the north, or higher up in the northern hemisphere, you probably need a larger dish. I wish I had one of those dishes just for free to air, but in this area, most of the Shaw dishes that I find are the smaller Shaw dishes.
Yeah, the 65 centimeter dishes usually, I'd say. And I found a couple, the big bell dishes. I think they're like 70, like 80 centimeters. The big bell dishes here.
Oh yeah, they'd have them in Newfoundland. Yeah, you wouldn't. You don't see them as much in Ontario. It all depends on the region that you're in.
Now they use the smaller dishes here in Newfoundland.
Oh really?
Because my aunt lives in an area that fiber is not available. and so she has Bell satellite. And anytime even though the satellite, I calibrated it myself, I had basically 100% signal. Anytime a bit of snow comes in, the signal completely drops out
Yeah,
because the dish is so small.
that's the thing is, yeah, smaller dish, you're gonna run into that. It's like I don't know if you ever seen. There's these CubeSat dishes for camping RVs and stuff like that.
Yep.
There's different variations of those, but actually those are not the greatest satellite dishes. They'll automatically track and find the dish for you. But the reality of it is the dish inside that plastic encasement is actually a much smaller dish than what you normally get. So I think they even need to move per each satellite that you want to watch. So every time you want to watch a different satellite, it moves, where most of the regular dishes that Dish Network and Bell TV use, you can get two dishes or two satellites with one dish, because there's two LMBs.
Yeah.
They're like right next to each other. So, and I do get people ask me, can they use one of those automatic tuning dishes or cube things for free to air? But most of the time, they're built for circular KU LMBs, not linear KU LMBs. Where linear KU LMBs, you need a little bit larger of a dish to get the signals through.
Yeah. There is. I'm sure you heard of it. What's it called? The one that's actually a regular Shaw dish, but it has a GPS on it that you put on top of your RV that automatically calibrates it. I think that would work better than those little
Yes.
circular things.
I know the little circular things are very proprietary as well, so you can't
Yeah.
actually aim them at other satellites. They have 110 West, 119 West, and maybe one of the whatever the other one that Dish Network uses. So you'd have to do a firmware upgrade to get it to work for other systems. And that's the thing, is like a lot of people don't realize that all the pay TV stuff, it's very proprietary stuff. You
Yeah.
can't do a blind scan on them. So buy a $30 Amazon special satellite receiver would work a lot better than one of those, or get the Amico Mini, which I provide a link to, because the Amico Mini is just a little bit better of a build quality, and it ships from the United States. So
Yeah, Amico Mini. I think I would like to get an Amico Mini, but again, like where I am, it'd probably be a waste of money, because where I basically got to face the dish down to the ground, and also there's a fence right in front of it. So
oh yes, yeah. If you ever move, stake your property out so that you have a nice open south-facing backyard. That's what I did when I bought my house. I lived in a few apartments where I had a hard time getting all the satellites even with the KU band. But I was like, I want a place where I can put a C-band dish, because ever since I was a kid, I wanted to have a C-band dish.
Speaking of C-band, now I got a question for you. No one else can seem to answer this. My friend, he lives in, I'm not going to say, he lives in Kentucky anyway. And his family was a satellite, if you will, user in the day. And he has a big C-band dish on his property. And it does not have an actuator. And it's facing northwest, which I have no idea what that would be. I don't know. What would that be back in the 80s? I wonder.
I don't think it would be anything if it's faced northwest. I don't think there's any satellites that you can tune that would be facing north.
Yeah,
Everything would be south.
Could
have gotten turned around. No, not that I know of.
Okay.
Maybe moon bounce if he was an amateur radio operator. Yeah, but I think the moon would still be. The moon tends to track the southern part of the sky. The southern part of the sky where I'd see the moon normally. So. But I know people have used, but to do moon bounce, I think you need a much larger dish. Yeah. And there's amateur radio. If you go on YouTube, you'll see videos where people do moon bounce, where they talk, they send it from a dish. There's that delay. That's a few seconds for the radio signals that are traveling at the speed of light, but there's like that second or two delay because it goes there and then it comes back. Someone was asking in the chat room about doing a Linux tutorial. I've done a kind of one on my Acer laptop videos where but I haven't done a full install. I can do that now. I have one of these deals here now. I can just sort of give the whole Linux installation. I got my video capture card here. I don't have it plugged in today. I bought two of these because these are great. So yeah, I might do that. I'm not up to date on the latest version of Linux, and there's several. When it comes to Linux, there's lots of tutorials. There's tutorials on YouTube you can find. There's a guy I watched some of his videos switch to Linux. You can check him out there. He's also on Discord as well, which is another video sharing website. But there's tons of videos on YouTube and tutorials. Google's your friend on that stuff. Do I have a link for that receiver? In my channel, I do. If you just go to my channel and do a search, you'll be able to find it. I'm just reading some of the... This is Enrique Frank. Has an old 10-inch satellite dish. Although 10-inch now won't work for C-band. I know. Wow. I've seen people do like smaller, I think 3-foot dishes, and they've gotten C-band with them. But
they must be in an awful good area then.
Yeah, if they're in the footprint. Now I have my 4-foot dish, and I was able to get a few of the C-band channels with that, but I'd prefer to use my 8-footer, and then I ended up putting a KU band LMB on my 4-footer, just so I can watch some of the channels that I watch. Bob S says Linux equals Joe Collins videos. He's another guy that does good tutorials for Linux that I've watched on YouTube. Oh yeah, and Patrick mentions that the Clark Belt is always south for using in the north. So if you're in Australia, which would be funny, it's completely different. Get the globe up, get the world in my hands again. So like Australian and South African satellites, and if you go on Google Street View, because I'm enough of a satellite nerd, I've actually done this, is you go and look at Google Street View and you look at the houses with the satellite dishes, and you notice that they're facing north instead of south. And I never travel there, but I travel via Google Street View. Same thing with South Africa if you look at the satellite dishes there. And the interesting thing is, I think it's like Indonesia or areas like this. I'm not sure. This globe is like over 20 years old, so it's very outdated. But you can see several C-band dishes in this area here, and they're all facing like straight up. And same thing in this area here. You'll see the C-band dishes, and they're facing straight up because they're right on the equator.
You're here the same way as me and Anthony. We'd be driving down a street that we've never been to before, and we'd go in the chat, and we'd say S equals Shaw, B equals Bell, and then I think F equals free to air. And we used to go, 10 free to air dishes, 10 C-band dishes, whatever. We never ever did see 10 C-band dishes, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Now, is there much over-the-air TV in Newfoundland?
No, we literally got 2 channels. CBC, channel 8.1, and NTV on 21.1.
Oh, yes, they have NTV out there. Yeah. I don't know if it's still there. It was NTV was on C-band on 107 West. And I used to watch. No. Yeah, it's become like, it's all CTV now, eh? Like Bell bought them all, and it's branded as CBC. Chorus owns them all, which is the Shaw family. People have argued that I said that Shaw is the family that started Shaw owns Chorus Media, which owns Global. So it's all kind of like, I don't know. It's just the families are involved in that somehow.
Here's what's the thing. NTV is really the only independent station or independent.
Oh, it's still independent. It's not. Yeah. It's not actually a CTV affiliate.
Nope. They just got. They do show CTV programming, but they're still owned by the Newfoundland Broadcast Company.
Oh, okay. See, I wish
owned by them.
Yeah. See, that's what that was what would be good for free-to-air satellite if there is more independent companies that owned TV stations. And what's happened in the world is more large media conglomerates own all the TV stations. In Canada, you got Bell and Rogers and Chorus Entertainment owning all the over-the-air stations.
Look up, I'll tell you the address for NTV so you can see their studio with all 446 Logie Bay Road, St. John's, Newfoundland.
Oh yeah,
So if
I'll
you
look them
want,
up online. I think they might even stream online. I know CHCH TV does stream online.
they only stream their news programs. They don't stream
Oh
any
yes,
shows.
yes. A lot of TV stations are like that. CHCH TV actually streams their shows, like their retro TV shows and all that.
Yeah, I
And they
love
show
CHCH.
and they show trigger warnings now. So they have like warnings, like for the Brady Bunch, because at this time, this was this oh yeah. This might offend people because it was from a different time. Yeah, so they give trigger warnings for like shows like the Brady Bunch and
Here,
Seinfeld and shows like that.
I just sent you the link to the studio so you could see. They got so many KU band dishes and a couple uplink dishes. I don't even know what they're doing with them. If you look, just look at the front of their studio when you get a chance. You'll be able to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
all the dishes they got. It's ridiculous.
A lot of TV stations have all switched to streaming, but they back in the 90s, 80s and 90s, they would install C-band dishes. So like a lot of them don't even use them anymore, or they're using one C-band dish because our local cable company here in Kingston, there's like a large C-band fixed C-band dish where Kojiko cable is, and I think they use it for, I think it's 107 West, or
They
I don't know
actually,
what satellite they're using it for, or one of the channels that has all the. I got it behind me here. The commercial satellite receivers that have like the encrypted stuff, because there's still a lot of encrypted services that are on cable that they use via satellite. That can use the commercial satellite receivers.
they still got their original uplink dish from when they were on Anik E1, 107.1 West. It's still on their property and still facing 107 West, 107.1 West.
Oh yeah, well that's still an active satellite, and it's
Yeah, but
107 West.
I don't know if they use that anymore. It's
Oh.
there, but I doubt they use it.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure. I know that there's still programming on 107 West. There's several CTV channels where you get
Yeah.
CTV from across the country, and yet a lot of Americans are watch that programming too because they get the shows that they don't get on. I don't know what CTV tends to show more of. Is it NBC content, or I don't know what American network it would be, but I haven't really watched much CTV. A lot of the shows I don't really watch a whole lot of. I'm on YouTube all the time is where I watch video. I watch like the news programming on satellite, and then a large percentage of the time I'm on YouTube watching videos.
Yeah. Weird. I do watch a lot of stuff on YouTube and stuff, but I also have cable. But the only reason I got cable is because it's literally cheaper to have all three services than have cable, than just internet alone. Now we got
Yes.
gigabit 1.5 from Bell Fibe,
Mm-hmm.
and we got their best TV package. We're only paying about $130 odd a month, which is not bad for a premium internet package. So
That's for everything, right?
that's for everything. That's not bad at all.
Phone, yeah, that's a pretty good deal. I've avoided the large cable companies and just have internet because that's all I wanted. So I forget what we're paying, 60 a month for internet. And so, oh yeah, and our phone is UMA, which is an IP phone service. So it's like $4 a month. Not even that, maybe. I'm not sure how much UMA is, but yeah,
The
our
cheapest-
landline, which is like I got a landline here. It works through our internet, and it's so everything. Basically, we pay for our internet and we pay for our phone, and then I got satellite and TV antenna, and I got lots to watch. There's so much I don't have time to watch all of it.
Yeah, I'd say. Well, the cheapest internet here is $69 a month, and that's for internet 75 down and 10 up, and that's with Rogers.
Yeah, and I looked at upping my internet speed for, especially just mainly for these live streams to get more bandwidth, but
Not really the, yeah.
it wasn't worth it. Like for an extra $30 a month to have 15 megabyte up, like I got 15 down, but it's like 2.5 up.
15
So,
down, that must not be that fast for all the streaming and stuff you do.
15.
Did you say
megs
15?
down.
Didn't you say 15 megs down?
Yeah, I think it's 15 megs down. Yeah, it's unlimited. It's
But yeah,
unlimited. It's fast enough
because
for
my
YouTube and a few videos
sister
playing at once.
has internet 75,
Mm-hmm.
and even when her kid is when streaming something from Netflix, and her roommate is streaming something from Netflix, and she's running from Netflix, it does not fast enough. She's actually looking to upgrade.
Oh yeah, I think
So
it's 15 up, 15 megs up, not kilobytes, megs
megabits,
per
yeah.
per second. I don't know.
Ours,
I'm
is
bad with
1.5
numbers, so I'm not
ours is
sure.
1.5 gigabits
Yeah, and
down and
generally,
930 up.
yeah. Now a lot of people are they're streaming and they have it set to 4K
Yeah.
on their phone, and wonder why, like it's 4K. It's on your phone. You're not going to notice a difference for 4K unless you're watching it on like a 50-inch screen. So a lot of what I stream is either 720p, like on my laptop, or it's 1080p maybe the odd time. But usually it's 780p, and I find I have multiple devices streaming. For downloading, that's fine, 50 mega. That's the 2.5 uploading, which is not, but that's cable modem. That's they rent the cable company, which is Cogeco's lines to for the service.
Oh, okay.
But I get around. I don't want to pay for. I don't want to pay. I don't want money going toward cable because how they rip people off. And I'm getting a good value for my system. And another thing is I recommend, which I have a link to in the link of all my videos, is ExpressVPN. Because then you can watch Pluto TV or watch YouTube and the UK version of YouTube and watch like those UK shows.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
I use actually a different. I'm not going to say what because obviously this is a sponsored. You're sponsored by ExpressVPN, but I use a different VPN.
Yeah, well, I'm not sponsored by them, but I do a promo code for them if it's a commission based.
Okay, yeah, no, I use.
Yeah.
I don't really want. I don't want to get you in trouble, so I'm not going to say what I use.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but a VPN is good to use. I mean, it generally is. I mean, I use a VPN. I don't go out as much, but when I used to go out, I have my phone. I pay $100 a year pretty much for a cell phone, like because I have pay as you go. I don't have data because they rip you off on data. Data would be like $100 a month or whatever, you know. So I use Wi-Fi. So I have my VPN, and when I go on public Wi-Fi, you make sure that you're connected with a VPN for your security, and. But as I say, I'm not really using the VPN service for out when I'm on Wi-Fi because I'm not. I don't go anywhere anymore. I'm living like a hermit.
I don't know what it is, but in Ontario, a lot of stuff is a lot more expensive in Ontario than it is here in Newfoundland.
Oh yeah, like groceries and stuff.
No, well, not groceries in terms of I think groceries are about the same, but like internet, TV, cell phones and stuff. I don't understand that.
Really?
All be cheaper up there, not. You know,
is housing? Has there been a housing bubble out east yet? Like that's what I'm wondering. Because like here in Kingston, my house has gone up like $100,000, pretty much.
I
like,
actually don't know.
All the houses in my area, like from like when I bought 10 years ago, everything's like $100,000 more now.
I don't buy. We haven't bought a house. We rent, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. But yeah. I mean, in terms of for example,
the rent's cheaper. The rents are.
I got.
At least they were 10, 15 years ago when I researched how much rents were in out Newfoundland and eastern provinces like that.
I actually got I'm with Rogers for my cell phone provider, and I got 20 gigs of data and unlimited Canada-wide calling. And after the initial 20 gigs is unlimited, and I'm only paying $75 a month for it.
That's Rogers' cell phone?
Yeah.
No, yeah. And that's on how much data? Did you say unlimited?
20 gigs high-speed data, and after the initial 20 gigs, it gets down lower to 3G speeds for unlimited.
Oh, yeah. I used to have cell phone data when I got my first smartphone. That would be probably 2013. I might have had that. And I had it for a few years, and then I just switched to Well, first off, I got them down to I just wanted to have the most minimal plan because I wasn't using the the data, and so I had it like with Bell. I had it for $20 a month, but then I found PC Mobile, which you can get like at a No Frills or any President Choice grocery store. You buy the cards there, and it's like if you buy $100 worth of time on it, it'll last you for a year. So I don't use my cell phone a whole lot. I use it for text, work related stuff, and I call my wife. My wife and work is all I really call. So I any other time my mother, I talk to her on Facebook. We don't use phones anymore, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now when we got data, because we did use it a lot, especially when we first moved here. We had no internet for a few days, so we're using tethering for our computers.
Oh yes.
So that, and I mean, I want data anyway for for things when I'm out and stuff. Especially if it wasn't for this whole pandemic that's going around, I'll probably be out streaming, because I did a couple times before the pandemic hit.
Oh yeah, I think I might have seen your channel before, or your that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. As yeah. What?
Yeah, we're talking about phone plans. I know. I'm about saving money. I think it's like spend it. If you save money, you have money for other things.
Yeah, definitely.
And
that's for sure.
It all depends on your lifestyle. There's some people, they wonder why they're poor, and they have jobs that are way better, really good jobs, but they wonder why they're paycheck to paycheck. Well, they're going on vacations every year. That's quite a lot, and they're leasing cars that are expensive, and yeah, we bought a used car and got over 10 years out of it. So
wow,
it's been pretty good,
Wow.
It's rusty. The car I'm driving around now is like, it's all, you kick the bottom of it, pieces of rust fall off, but I only drive it to work, so. Which, I guess that's a good segue for my my PayPal for my channel here. If you want to support my work here on YouTube, my PayPal is, I'll put the link in the chat room. How many people are up here watching? We've got about 18. Paste for a Saturday afternoon. I don't know if Saturday afternoon is the best time to stream, but that's the best time for me to stream. And I should wrap this up soon, because I think my little girl's going to be waking up soon. And here, my phone vibing here.
By the way, I'm really excited for that video of that 4D TV receiver that I've seen on your group that I can't wait to see.
4D TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been It's a slow work in progress, because it's I've been doing other videos, and I haven't done as much work on that. And first, I had to figure out what an L band was, which is C band, and you just have to use use a chart and use some math to convert it. So I've got that down. I got signal on it, but I haven't gotten video to work through that receiver. I got it way at the back here. It's one of those things where you run into hiccups while you're trying to do while you're working on a project. There was that. Then one of my network routers was stopped working, so I bought a new router. So I had to order stuff, and then I just got into other projects and left it alone for a while. Yeah, see ya later, Kingpin. We'll chat. And it's something hopefully I'll get working at some point, or I'll be back to work full time, and then I won't have time to work as much on videos.
Okay, yeah. Where are you guys from? I'm from Newfoundland.
Yeah, I'm in Ontario, Canada. So we're both Canadians. I don't know if it's part of we get the short end of the stick for media here. So
I have to agree with you there.
We figure out other ways to get media here in Canada, or get entertainment here in Canada.
I want to agree with you there. That's for sure. We're really minimum, especially here where I only got 2 channels, for example. And here's the thing: those 2 channels I can only get in the city. I can't get anywhere else in Newfoundland. I could only get CBC and CJON TV
Hmm.
in the city, nowhere else in Newfoundland, over the air.
I
So
don't know. It seems to be frozen, Peter. Here. I don't know. I don't know this game. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not locking it. Here, take it. Yeah, go. I don't know how to play the games. It's like you got a kid coming to me asking me, "How do I play this?" I don't know how to play these games at all. I know how to work the tablet.
yeah.
I know how to turn it on. I know how to charge it.
Who are you talking about? I sound like an American, or Robbie sounds like an American.
I think most Canadians, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference unless you hear that hear them talk. Some people think that all Canadians have like French accents, and that's only a part of Canada, you know. And then there's Toronto where they have an accent. So
Yeah.
anyway, you can join me over on Discord. I don't use Discord as much. I'm usually using. If you want to send me a message, probably YouTube's the first place I check every day, and then other places I check is. I do check my email, but I don't always. Sometimes I find with my email, it always goes to the spam filter when it's like an email from somewhere I've never gotten before. So I have to go into my computer where if I'm out, I get a gradual thing. I don't find my phone. I don't get all my emails and notifications as well as when I go on my computer and just find everything. Tends to work better that way. Is Patrick asks, is L-band for uplinks only? I don't know. They're like I was able to get L-band signal, and just the way it converts the high frequency stuff, I don't know. I just trying to get it to work on the receiver, and I don't understand the whole physics of the radio stuff. I'm not an expert on that stuff.
My expertise is computers.
Yeah.
That's what I do, like computers and stuff. And I've only learned most of the satellite stuff from watching your videos, so you know.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think of the new what's it called, Starlink? Do you think that's going to do good for a lot of Royal Canadian
I don't know.
livers?
I think so. I think it'll be good for a lot of people in Canada because like that are in the rural areas.
Yeah.
I hope that it will be. I'm hoping it will work. You know, it'll be a good. It'll just be a good thing for people. You know, and people in general. Like you know, we've all been moved into cities. We've had this pandemic, and people are now. Houses in the country have gone up in value because of this pandemic. People don't want to live in an apartment building anymore. They want to go live in the country. They want to homestead and get away from the city. So I think maybe we'll have a future like that where, you know, we won't have this future of this, you know, scary Orwellian living in cities future where we're all living in these low apartment buildings. Maybe we'll be able to have be spread out and be, you know, in the country. And I think a lot people are more happier if they're living in the country than being in the city. But I know there's people that have different they have different you know, they might want to live in the city. You know, they can have that too, but it gives them that freedom. If you want to have a job where you're working online, you can work anywhere. You can go live out in the country somewhere, you know. If you had a good it might make people move out to Newfoundland more because a lot of people like Newfoundland, but there's not jobs there, you know. If they have they have an online job, they can go live in Newfoundland. Like I've never been to Newfoundland, but I would love to go visit Newfoundland because everyone who's been there has told me that people are really, you know, a lot of really nice people there. It's a great place. People are great there.
There's a lot
So
of
I'd like,
history here too. There's a
oh
lot of
yeah,
history specifically for the radio thing, because the first voice transmission was from here in Newfoundland over wireless. So
oh yes, Marconi did that in
yes,
Newfoundland.
yeah.
Yes, the history when he
And
first
where they
sent
did
the.
it, there's actually where they did it. There's actually a bit of a museum up there now where they did it. So
Yeah, and it came out. Nikola Tesla invented radio, but he was like so into getting his free energy for everybody project that he was working on. Um, I don't know if this is true, but he knew Marconi, and he just let Marconi have the radio invention. Marconi was working on it, but I guess they two minds came up with it at the same time. But I guess one of the things is Nikola Tesla was given the patent, like the rights to the patent. He might have did it and then never like he would invent things and not patent them.
okay, yeah,
But it was one of those things where the world was changing around that time, and people were coming up with similar inventions, like even film. People were coming up with different ways of doing film, motion pictures before, and then it caught on. Whoever, whatever system that caught on. But there was other motion picture systems, but there was the one system that caught on that pretty much was around for years after that.
yeah, definitely.
It's like the man who invented television. Inventor of I'm gonna go to Google, the Googles here, and do a search on this. I think
Yeah, no, I think there's a lot of cool history here. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff to do. Like, we got the haunted walk, for example. That's one thing that's for tourists. We got the Signal Hill, which is where it was the first voice transmission was. There's a whole up by Signal Hill. There's something called the Johnson Geo Center that has a whole display for the Titanic, because the Titanic, not far off from us, sank. And I mean, there's a lot here. And
oh yeah,
right. So
yeah. There's a burial ground for the Titanic as well there, eh?
Yep.
Yeah, for all the victims of that tragedy. Yeah. Yes, Philo Farnsworth was the inventor of television. He came up with the idea to do like the scan lines of television. There's multiple people working on that at the same time. Also invented the camera to do it, and didn't reap the rewards of the invention of television, because RCA, he had a long legal battle with RCA, and he invented it in the 20s, and the patent wore out right before the end of the 40s and the 50s, so that he didn't really make money off of it, because patents only last so long, although big corporations have a way of keeping patents going for a long time for whatever reason.
Yeah. There's an application on the Play Store that helps you contact anyone in Canada. It's free. What? What are you talking about? What's he talking about?
Don't know. I get some people in the chat room, and I'm kind of like, I don't get it. I'm just trying to maybe post another elaborate or something. There's what's popular is WhatsApp, and I tried WhatsApp. I hate WhatsApp. People were asking me, can you get a WhatsApp? What's your WhatsApp number? And I got it, and I'm like, well, I want to get like a phone number that would be a VoIP number, but it didn't seem to work that way, and I'm not getting it. And then I got a call at 4 a.m. in the morning from Africa. Like, I'm uninstalling WhatsApp now. I'm just using the Facebook.
Yeah.
Patrick says Farnsworth invented electric TV. Yes, I want to be clear on that. There was mechanical television before that, where they were able to use a mechanical device in the 20s that would send it over the air. And he came up with electrical television, which was more of the mainstay for television, yeah.
Free call. Never heard of it.
There's a ton of apps like that. I'm pretty sure with my service, which is Uma, I can get like an app for my phone with Uma, and then when I'm out of the house, I can receive the calls. I haven't set all that stuff up. I'm not in that high demand to be called all the time. I'm pretty much, I got an answering machine, and if I'm out, you can leave a message, and then I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
Marconi used Tesla. Yeah, some people would argue on that there's been some documentaries about Tesla. Not the car. There's this individual called Tesla. Google Tesla. He's a very interesting individual. I think he invented a lot of things that we use today that changed the world, and we're still using his inventions today. Yeah. So.
Mayor Stream's leaking a lot.
Farnsworth. Yeah, he invented television, electrical television. Yeah. And he only made Farnsworth. I guess you can find it on YouTube. He only made one television appearance where he talked about being the inventor of TV. I think there's like only one interview of him actually that was ever on television. It's very rare to find, but it's on YouTube now. Like everything's on YouTube. History is, if it's not on YouTube, it's on archive.org or other places like that.
Yeah, definitely. It's
Or you're a computer guy. Do you like retro computers? Like on archive.org there, and also on YouTube, they have the Computer Chronicles, which I thought I love like just watching the stuff from like the 80s, and I don't know if Don's in this chat room today, but they had like the early laptops that were like huge.
Yeah.
$3,000. No, they were like $10,000. Some of them, they were crazy expensive.
Well, it's funny. I was watching the laptop episode of the Computer Chronicles, and that's the day that I received my new laptop. When I was watching that, I received my new laptop same day.
Oh, yes. What brand did you get?
I think a Dell.
A Dell? Okay, yeah.
A Dell G3.
A Dell G3. Yeah, I've been boycotting Dell ever since Tyler, the antenna man, said to boycott them because Dell's bought TV channels and shut them down, or I forget. He's done a video on that anyway on his channel.
There's a couple reasons why. Number one, I couldn't come up with the money right away to buy it, and they had the best price for financing.
Yeah.
So that's why I got it from them. And number two, I already had an Alienware from Dell, which was also financed, so I figured, why not get another Dell laptop? Yeah.
Dell makes good laptops, and Dell's very hardware-wise, because they actually sell laptops with Linux on it. They have Ubuntu laptops and all that. So it's kind of a hard thing. And what I ended up buying was an Acer. I've had luck with Acer. Some people poo-poo on Acer, but I have an Acer in the other room. I bought in 2006. It still runs. You can't do a lot on it anymore, but you can run like emulators and stuff like that, like old emulators. I could run LMMS on it and things like that, but I wouldn't use it to surf the internet. But even back when I was using it, I edited videos on it, and I guess I was doing 720p at that time. But now everything's 1080p. Well, right now this is 720p, but and then in a couple of years from now, things are going to be probably 4K. But I'm not in a rush to go have everything go to 4K.
Yeah, same way. I mean, I do have a 4K TV, but the only reason I got a 4K TV because it was actually pretty cheap. It was on sale on Amazon. So, but everything else I have is 1080p.
Yeah, and none of the TVs now have a built-in ATSC 3 tuner in them yet. There's some of the high. What's that?
I thought some of them had an ATSC 3.0 in it.
Well, according to when I saw Tyler did a video a couple weeks ago, and it was just there's like one high-end model that has ATSC 3 in it. Now HD Home Run has got a tuner coming out, or if it's not already out, that or Silicon Dust that is a dual ATSC 3 and ATSC 1.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing about ATSC 3. When we did the analog to digital transition, we never actually had any ATSC here until about 2012 here in Newfoundland.
Yes, same thing here.
And they completely shut down analog to release it. We never had it prior to that. So the way I'm looking at it, we probably won't get ATSC 3 until the next version comes out here in Newfoundland. So there's really no point. That's what I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I might be wrong. I can't tell the future. But
Yeah, it was around that time here when CKWS was still broadcasting analog, and it was snowy. Like I'm close enough to the receiver, but I was getting a very snowy picture because of buildings and stuff.
yeah.
I think it was in an apartment at the time. So yeah, 2012, because I moved here 2011, 2012 or whatever, and so it's. And then I was able to get all the American channels that are that were digital ATSC 1.
Yeah, we're not close enough to get any of the American stuff.
Oh yeah, you're further away. Yeah, so yeah.
Even though we're pretty close to New York, Maine, but we don't get it.
Oh really? Yeah. How many miles?
You're best looking that up, because I don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah. You go on Google Maps. You can do there's like a distance thing, and I use that for seeing how far I'm getting signals on clear days. So I'll do a distance check, and even if you go to Wikipedia, you type in the call letters, it'll tell you the exact location, the coordinates of where the transmitter is.
Sorry if you can hear me typing, by the way.
Oh no, I don't hear it. So yeah.
Uh,
So is it like a gaming laptop you got?
yes. Which is pretty neat, actually. By default, I can put Ubuntu on this as well. They support it. Dell supports it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Dell supports Ubuntu, which I don't know if they support Linux Mint, but Linux Mint is pretty much Ubuntu with a different skin. Like it's based on Ubuntu.
I love Linux Mint. I messed with that too.
Yeah, yeah.
I have a couple old laptops actually that are running. I have a couple laptops actually that are running Linux Mint.
Yeah, well, it's something I recommend people out there if they want to play around with Linux. If they have an old laptop, like you can get an old laptop easy. They're like they're a dime a dozen. Some people throw them out. I got laptops that this one behind me, this gaming laptop. It's an i7, although it overheats. I don't know what they kept it in. I had cleaned it up with a Q-tip when I bought it. I got it for like $60 or whatever, and it has 2 hard drives in it. And I used to use that for my video editing machine, but it has a really loud fan noise. But it's meant for gaming, I guess. I don't know. It's one of those gaming laptops.
My computer got
gaming
an i5
gaming
in it.
laptops from 10 years ago.
My new Dell laptop got an i5 10300H. It runs so cool. Most of the time, fans don't run unless I'm playing games.
Yes. I think my laptop is an i5, whatever generate. Like, there's newer generations of these i5s and i7s, and this desktop that I bought it secondhand, refurbished, because what I wanted was I said, well, for video editing, get a gaming computer because like it'll be powerful. If it's powerful enough for gaming, it should be fine to run Kden Live on it and OBS and stuff like that, and it does all that just fine. And it's an i7. It's got 2 hard drives. I never used. It has I have a solid state drive that has Windows 10 on it, and I installed Linux on the 1 terabyte drive.
Oh yeah, my new laptop came with a 256 gigabyte NVMe SSD, and I added a 500 gigabyte standard SSD, just regular SSD, because I went for a cheaper configuration.
Yeah. But the thing is, with what I'm doing, because I'm doing so much video editing, I don't want an SSD, and I don't even know if SSDs, at least years ago when I first read up on them, they're not built for putting big files on, taking them off, putting big files on, taking off. It's still a solid hard disk drive, an HDD, is more geared for that. And plus, I back up everything onto an external, I don't know, something terabyte drive. I forget how many terabyte drive it is. But,
yeah, but I mean, my SSD that I took out of my old desktop and put in my laptop is about 3 years old, and it still works fine. And I'm after putting big files and stuff on it. So
Patrick says he uses Elementary, which is kind of, when I
Oh, no.
installed Elementary, it looks like Mac, which I don't like that. It's like, oh, it has a docky thing, and I hate that because it looks like an Apple computer. Where I like Mint, I don't have it on the desktop here, but I like Mint because it feels like Windows XP, so that's what I like about it.
Can I use a Directv satellite? No, I don't. I don't think you can use a Directv satellite for OTA. That's what I learned from Robbie Strike's video, anyway.
No, get a good antenna. Now you can take, if you had Directv, you can take the dish down and put an antenna on the mast, and you'll get a better signal putting an antenna outside than if you're at an
OTA
indoor
satellite.
antenna.
Sorry, so he's talking about over-the-air satellite.
Yeah.
No, you cannot. I don't think. I'll let him explain.
Who said that?
Timothy McCrow or something like that. Just came up.
Oh, is this over on Discord?
No, it's on your YouTube.
Oh, it's here on YouTube. Okay. I didn't see it. I don't see it on here.
Maybe I should be your co-host all the time.
Yeah. Oh, there. I see it now. Timothy, can I use a DirecTV satellite for over-the-air satellite? I don't understand the question, Timothy. Can you use a DirecTV satellite for free over-the-air satellite? Free-to-air TV? Maybe that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. That's what he means.
Yeah. I don't totally understand the question, but you can, as I say, you can use a antenna. But, oh, yeah, DirecTV dish is what I get a lot. I don't know. I always don't know this question because I talk about this every week. And some dishes will work. You got to go into Google and find out what model dish it is. And over at Satellite Guys, there's a forum where people have done that. But I'm in Canada, so most of the dishes I come across are Shaw Direct dishes, which do work for free-to-air. But Bell dishes don't work at all.
Yeah, and they're too small anyway, so especially Bell dishes. So
yeah, like you can put a linear KU band LB on it, and you'll get a few channels, but you won't get all the channels, or you won't get very good signal quality because it's too small of a dish. I went a half an hour over. Cool. I usually try to do these at an hour. I say, okay, I'm going to do a live stream, and it's going to be an hour, but I always go over an hour. I feel exhausted after doing these too. I've talked. I've spewed off what I wanted to talk about for the week. I got to talk about satellites and TV stuff and technology stuff for a couple hours.
I thought DirecTV used a different type. I didn't think they used KU or C-band. Don't they use a different type of satellite signal? I don't know.
DirecTV, I'm not sure if they're using a KA band as part of it. They use multiple LMB dishes, so that means that they're pointing at different satellites with one dish.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. I'm not as much sure on DirecTV. I've never played around with DirecTV.
Besides, DirecTV dishes are even smaller. They're big, but they're bigger than Bell dishes, but they're smaller than Shaw dishes, as far as I know.
Oh yeah,
So.
they're multiple. I thought that they might have like circular KU band signals, but the best bet too is to get an appropriate dish. I've seen some dishes on eBay for like $120 shipped for like the bigger dish too, the 39-inch dish or whatever it was. I posted a link to it, and there was actually there was a 36-inch dish and a 39-inch dish, and the 39-inch dish was cheaper, which actually would give you a better signal. So I know Eric over at Farpoint Farms got the larger one and put it on a motor setup and is able to get all the KU band stuff. Patrick says, for pro advices on tech and our art of editing, talk to me. Yeah, okay. I think I have you on Facebook, Patrick. If I don't have you on I think you friended me on my other account, but I have my public account, so go find me there. If I don't have you, I'm probably gonna wrap this up soon, Trevor. I'm gonna take the kids out. It's a nice sunny day today. It might be warmer than earlier. We're at the playground, but it rained. It rained like cats and dogs last night. So they went down the slide, but they got all wet because all the play equipment is wet.
It's cold here today. It's 9 degrees Celsius.
Oh yeah, it's always colder in Newfoundland. You get more snow there too.
Don't mention it. I'm sure you heard because you listen to the news all the time. Snowmageddon last year or the beginning.
Oh yeah. I heard it was real bad.
That was insane.
Yeah, it's like, well, I remember in the 80s we got lots of snow, and well, the year I was born, we got like the snowmageddon here in Ontario. It was people still talk about it in the 70s, and I've seen pictures that my parents have from like the snowfalls in the 70s, and it was like crazy. Snowbanks as tall as full-grown men, you know. It was. And we don't get that too much, but we might. I find we get weather, and it's affected by the solar, the sun. You know how the sun affects the Earth, and it affects the magnetic field, and that's how we get a lot of. We get our weather is affected by that a lot.
Yeah, definitely. Next Saturday. Yeah, probably. I don't know, but I'm probably going to try to be on here next Saturday with him as well. But if you're doing it,
I'm not sure. I try to post it beforehand. I like to do the live streams on Saturdays at 1:00. It's a time that works well for me. I'm going to try to be doing more of these. Also, I don't know, are you on Twitch? I'm doing some experimenting with Twitch. You mentioned that the multicast stream, so maybe I'll play around with that a little bit this week. I'm going to do a watch party on Twitch this week. So
okay.
sometime at 1:00, I'll be doing Twitch, and I'll just do a watch party because I don't get a whole lot of viewers on Twitch. But I thought it'd be fun because I wanted to upload my videos to Twitch just to have I have Daily Motion, I have BitChute, I have YouTube, and Facebook videos as well. But anyway, I wanted to do the multi-stream where I stream on all the platforms.
I just sent you the link in the Discord to restream.
Pardon me?
I just sent you the link to restream in the Discord.
Yeah. Can I stream on Discord as well? Or is it?
I know you can share screens, but I'm not sure if you can share it to an audience.
Oh yeah, because I got quite a group on Discord, and I'm not always on Discord. Sometimes I see stuff going on Discord, and there's other people that are able to answer it. Same thing as on the Facebook group that I run.
Oh yeah, look, yes you can. I just started streaming to see my desktop. Look.
Okay, yeah, I don't see it here. I see it loading.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got my Facebook group, which is free satellite TV for North American channels, plus streaming, plus over the air, plus streaming. So I have that. If you want to join that group, all I ask, if you haven't joined that group yet, there'll be 2 questions there. What are you interested in, and where do you live? Just please answer them. Some people don't answer them, or I'm just trying to keep a little bit of the riffraff out where people are looking to spam in the groups, because some people will join groups and just try to spam a bunch of stuff. I don't mind you sharing links that are relevant to it, or you feel it's relevant to our topic. That's fine. It's just there's a skit of PlayStations, and share this link and you can enter for it or something like that.
Yeah, I'm already on your group. I was on it for about at least.
Oh yeah, you've been on there for a while. Yeah. This is the first time I've spoken to you.
Well, we spoke on Facebook a bit.
Did we?
Yeah. when you upload the analog thing, that's one thing, and another thing, I asked you a question about something, and.
Okay. Oh, in the comments, yeah. Yeah.
No, just PM.
Oh yeah, in the comments. Okay, yeah. What I do with Anthony on Facebook, sometimes I get I'm chatting and I'm tired. What I do is, you ever do the voice recording things on Facebook Messenger, where you sort of just talk to it like it's a tape recording, and it sends it as a message. Anthony and I talk a lot like that, where we're on Facebook and we just talk to each other and listen. And we listen to each other because But my eyes get tired. I get tired of reading text or whatever. So I'd rather one-on-one conversation, or at least that way. The voice recording works really well for me because I got young children, and so sometimes I'm in a conversation. I'm dealing with my kids, and then I'm back to my phone. So.
Yeah.
Doing live next Saturday. I hope so. I don't think there's anything. I got one Saturday where I'm working. Is Saturday the turn of the month here? No, it's the 31st.
Yes, 31st Saturday is.
Yeah. Okay. I think. Yeah. I don't think I'm working that Saturday. It's the Saturday after that I'm working. My work is like I work a few days a month now, and been waiting for the world to get back rolling again. I'm on a Serb vacation right now, or not Serb anymore, but whatever it is now.
3 hours you started the stream, did you? Wow.
No, I don't think I started 3 hours ago. I started at 1. Although I
Sure,
may have
3 hours ago.
I may have been in the room, or if I go to the stream statistics, I started at 1, but I was doing the test. When I do a live stream, I do like this test to make sure that my camera is working and the audio is going through.
Yeah.
I know I'm talking about all the behind the scenes stuff. It'd be fun to have a TV station doing this, have all this content, and but with content you have to have the copyright and all that. But where I'm thinking what the TV station would work best is go for online creators on YouTube and places like that, where there's this, and have a channel on free to air satellite that is tech related. I guess it would be something I'd be interested in. There's a lot of amateur radio enthusiasts that are in this, and there's a show called Ham Nation, or one of those YouTube shows that'd be kind of neat to have on a TV station. That'd be the type TV channel that I'd be interested in watching, not these reality TV shows that are on cable now. Like
you'd be the new Tech TV.
Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is, they're more Mac people, They're like the expensive technology. I'm like the poor technology, Like, I got two computers that cost like half of what a Mac costs that I'm using to do my video production with.
I mean, it works. Why not? Why would you say
Yeah.
it works? There's no need to buy a $1,800 or $1,900 computer. You know what I mean?
Oh, $1,900 computer with hardware that was new 2-3 years ago. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this call up now. I think I will be on next Saturday, but to be for sure, I'll put a link, or I'll put a notification out on YouTube and on my Facebook page, Robbie Strike Videos on Facebook. Basically, go to robbiestrike.com. I pointed that toward my Facebook page. I'm not paying for a web page. I find Facebook, it puts the notifications there. It manages it easily enough for me.
You can always host a web server from your own computer.
Yeah, I thought of doing that, but I don't like leaving my computer on all the time. We got some pretty bad lightning storms here, so I'd be like last night. We had lightning, so I'm like waking up at 1 a.m. or whatever it was, and turning off my satellite receiver, turning off my $500 ATSC modulator, turning that off, making sure that lightning's not going to hit that thing.
Right on. Well, I guess it was nice chatting.
Yeah, it's good. Thanks for calling in, Trevor. And hopefully we'll talk again. If anyone else wants to call in through Discord, I think this worked. Did the audio sound okay for you guys? Were you able to hear Trevor calling today? I think I got it working better today than what I've had before.
Robbie, can you post the store you used to buy? Isn't that tech2000.com?
There's tech2000.com. I have my own little affiliate page that I have on Facebook. I can pull that
And if
up.
someone asks, can you post a link to the satellite gear that you use to buy satellite gear?
Yeah, I do have it. Free Satellite TV Shop. If you go to, like, it's a Facebook page that has affiliate links. So there's also tech2000.com. I'll post a link to that as well. Here, I'll grab this link.
Excellent. I'm gonna use my built-in mics on my laptop too. I gotta get my headset working for next time. I don't know why it's not working.
So there's my that's my own affiliate store. But Tech2000's helped me out with the sent me that 8-foot dish.
I wish my YouTube channel was as popular as yours, where I got sponsors and stuff, but I don't.
Sometimes you got to go after them too, eh? You gotta email them
No.
and say, "Hey, I do a channel about this." And
No one's gonna want to sponsor stuff with only those 67 subscribers.
oh yeah, just to work on doing it, I guess. Yeah. Tyler's lucky; he's got 100,000 subscribers talking about TV antennas. I think I don't know if he's. I think he's gone almost full time on that deal, which is good.
It can be done. It just requires a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. And I'm definitely not doing that as that amount of work that he'd be doing because I'm unable. Like I'm only have a few hours a day where I'm able to edit or work on videos.
See, the way I look at it, I know you said you gotta go, but I'm sorry. Really, it's not really the most of the money comes from sponsors, and in order to get sponsors, you need to have an audience. In order to get audience, you need to have views. So it's a bit of a mess around.
Yeah, I mean, with YouTube, you've had to have been around like for a while to get
Either that
established.
or know someone that's got more subscribers than you, and they can show you out one or the other.
Yeah. With YouTube, it's a slow build at times. Like I'm about 13,000 subscribers, which is great.
Oh, you're just above the limit to get paid for it, are you?
No, 13,000, not 1,300.
Oh,
Yeah.
13,000. I can't remember what the limit is. 10, isn't it? 10,000 to get something like that. I can't remember.
That's for Facebook. Facebook, they want you to have 10,000 followers, and I don't see myself ever getting 10,000 followers on Facebook. I have about 1,000 to monetize your videos on Facebook. Facebook is it's a larger. You have to be really you have to be a big time celebrity to be monetized on Facebook. But on YouTube, you need about 1,000 subscribers and like 4,000 watch hours. And I don't know if that's within a certain amount of time or anything like that. But you have to have videos that are being viewed a lot. When I look at my analytics too, I think there's a lot of people that watch videos for 3 minutes and then they stop watching. That's a big factor in videos. I don't make my videos for I don't know. I don't make them. I make them to be more of a tech tutorial. Maybe people click on them and they're expecting more info. I don't know. Yeah, I've been doing this for seriously. I've been doing the YouTube for since 2017, and I sort of sat back and said, I'm going to try because of the monetization. I'm going to try to talk about free to air and stuff that I'm interested in and see how it goes. I love video, and I was kind of hoping, well, if I do this, I've always wanted to work in some sort of media facility, something, and so I always wanted to produce videos or do something like that. But I wanted to do everything in Linux, which is kind of a harder. I can't do as fancier effects, and I can't do as fancy CGI and stuff like that. So I'm doing it on no budget using Linux, which I couldn't have done 10 years ago, but now I can because all the software is there. Like OBS works, Kden Live, I can use that, and so that's one thing I'm very proud of Linux for in the Linux community, that I'm able to do this and make a little extra income through this open source software, this free software that allowed me from nothing to like build a little bit of a side business. I haven't, yeah, and it's I'm able to pour work into it now. Where when my work starts up again, I probably won't be able to do as many videos. I think Conrad dropped out. Oh, it's gone. Not Conrad. I think Trevor call dropped. Yeah, my I don't see Discord in my on my computer anymore. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up. We'll talk again. My throat's running dry. It's always not the best idea to do a live stream and like have a whole like tea and coffee and stuff like that. Does that block it? No, it doesn't block it. Okay. So I'll just read off the Jonathan writes. Oh, I'm gonna answer that one. Patrick's saying to use Resolve, DaVinci Resolve. Not a fan of it. People are praising it, but I am not a fan of DaVinci Resolve. I used it on my computer, which probably was not a my quad core computer, and I wasn't a fan of DaVinci Resolve. I found that it was kind of slow, and I put it on a Windows computer too because I downloaded it for Windows. But I found it was just running a little bit slow. Where I'm happy with Kdenlive. I'm happy with Kdenlive from a few years ago. It does what I need it to do. I don't need CGI stuff. I think it'd be nice to be able to do the zooming in on pictures and do like more documentary style. I can do that in Kdenlive. It's just using a bunch of mathy stuff to make it work, which I'm not great at. But anyway, I'll probably try it again sometime. Yeah, another thing with Resolve is it doesn't work in Mint. My whole story, I guess, when I used DaVinci Resolve in Linux, I had to install CentOS, and I did not like CentOS at all. When I went from using Linux Mint to CentOS, I was like, it didn't even have like all these programs that I'm so used to having in pre-installed. Working, so I had to command line download and install them, and then I couldn't get every program that I wanted to work in CentOS. So I was like, that's this. Yeah, so I wasn't a huge fan of CentOS coming from Linux Mint because it's easy. Linux Mint is easy. You go to the software repository, the software center, and you install thousands of programs right there. Yeah, CentOS, it is more enterprise orientated. Like if you're a tech, a Linux degree tech guy, it's great, but I'm more of a basically want to be like a Windows user, but use Linux and not be in, not have to know how to code or anything like that. And you can do that. Some Linux people will say, no, you should be using Linux if you want to do video editing and you just want to surf the internet and go on Facebook. Well, I do it all the time and been doing it for years. Yeah. So guys, yes. So I'll be trying out some things with Discord not Discord, with Twitch this week. So yeah, 1 o'clock. I will be there. I did post it up on my Facebook page. If you can find the link, I'll post it in the comments of this on Facebook, so you can find me there. And I'll be playing around with that. Anyway, I need a drink of water for my throat, and I will talk to you guys later. Either probably next week or the week after. I don't want to necessarily have to do these every week, but every second week would be great. But I just do them as I feel. It's time to do a live stream. All right, I'm going to close this thing off here. So, I'll do the outro. I haven't done an outro in a while. Ending. My ending, Control F. So please check out my YouTube channel, Robbie Strike, and check out all the technology videos and reviews that I've done covering satellite, free-to-air, cell phone, how to do stuff in Linux, how to do stuff in shortwave and old technology, and doing neato things with computers. So please check out my YouTube channel, Robbie Strike, and check out all the technology videos and reviews that I've done covering satellite,